We're sitting in a pub garden, it's actually quite chilly. Why are we here and not tucked up at home on our sofa watching TV? There's a very good reason.
Our house is now officially, legitimately, literally a crime scene.
Some of you might remember a few weeks ago we were doing our underfloor insulation in the dining room. We found a bone. Didn't really know what to do with it, didn't think much of it, put it to one side and
Freaked
that was
us
that.
out, but we assumed it was an animal bone.
Yeah, and that was that. A few weeks later, we decided we need to do the insulation in our lounge, underfloor insulation, and then we made more discoveries. Right, let's dig them their graves. Today it is man versus mound.
And woman.
Woman versus mound. This is a big job.
I was upstairs having a bath, and while I was in the tub, I got a text message from Kat saying,
I found bones.
So moments later, I'm back downstairs, and okay, so you are sitting among the rubble. I've just come down. I'm literally just like fresh from the bath.
I found another bone.
Okay.
And this one is freaking me out more because it. Should I show it to you?
Yes, please. Oh,
Because it's so obviously like a joint.
Yeah.
It's made me feel a bit ill. And it's probably just a dog or something, but
Yeah.
just a dog, you know what I mean? Oh god, what else is down here? That's worse than the one you found because it's so, maybe because it's so damp, but also it's just such a bone, isn't it?
It feels like it's been there. Yeah, well, mine's also a bone, but...
Yeah, but yours just looks like, oh, a bit of bone, whereas that looks like you could see what body part that is. Well, no, I can't, but you know what I mean?
That's
you
for
can see it's a
shizzle.
joint.
A joint, yeah. Did you have to dig for it?
Well, I'm round here, this area. I can't remember, to be honest. I was just doing this.
Just the sifting?
Yeah, just... Oh, hang on, there's more.
That looks like a rib.
Oh, I'm getting out of here.
Okay, you okay?
I'm frightened.
Okay, are you okay? Okay, don't worry. How about I take over that corner? Oh my god, are you okay?
But you've just had a shower.
I know, I've just had a shower. I also really want to go and get a haircut.
Yeah, I think...
I mean, if that's a big rib, isn't it?
Oh my god.
I mean, we have to contact someone, don't we? I mean, like,
It's
genuinely.
not a human rib though, is it?
Well, it's weird that it's in a corner, but that one looks like it's been buried a lot longer than the other one, right? Like, that one looks like it's been subjected to damp and time, erosion in a way. That
I think it's
the other
just
one hasn't.
subjected to damp and the one at the back wasn't, because it's in a drier area.
Oh yeah, that's true. How is it broken off? Because that's obviously just part of a bone.
Yeah, God knows what else we're going to find.
But is that broken off or is it sawed off?
Oh, Leon!
No, but seriously.
Broken off.
Broken off. Because I was going to say, if it's like from a butcher, for example, then, you know, they just saw through bone. That's what I mean.
Oh, like for a dog.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, put it this way, I am a little bit freaked out. Oh, let's put a lamp on and see if we can shimmy shine.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Okay, so more uncovered.
Oh.
Some there. Yeah. And in situ. Let's see how. Whoa. Yeah, maybe just leave them where they are.
Mm.
Yeah, that's a lot of bones. it became pretty clear to us that like we should get someone else to assess the situation. So
Yeah. Too many bones.
this is not an episode that is like strictly DIY. This is more an episode like this is what happened to us and what we experienced.
This is an X-Files thing.
This is CSI,
CSI,
elementary
yeah.
renovation.
One bone, okay. 2 bones, yeah. 3 bones, 4 bones, 5 bones. We were like, what do we do? So we Googled, as any self-respecting person
What are you
would.
supposed to do? And we came across a couple of articles basically.
Yeah, saying you should contact the police if you find bones.
Even if you're sure it's nothing, you should contact the police.
So we wanted to be like good law-abiding citizens. So we
did.
Yeah, we didn't call them. We just did a form on the website to say we found some bones. We think they're nothing, but we're just letting you know.
Yeah, that was yesterday.
Yeah, that
Today.
was Monday.
Yeah.
Fast forward, it's now Tuesday.
I'm in a meeting, in fact, and my phone rings. So I take the call. Turns out it's the police. Just want to confirm the details that we've submitted online, because most likely they'll want to send like an expert around to have a look at the bones, just to be on the safe side.
2 hours later,
The doorbell
Leon
rings.
gets a knock at the door, opens the door, and I kid you not, 7 police officers pouring out of a police van and basically like making their way into our house.
Like a reverse clown car. It's really quite disconcerting. Imagine the kind of shock when you open the door. There is a van and 7 police officers are there, kind of eyeing you suspiciously.
They come in, they're asking you tons of questions. When did we find the bones? How did we find the bones? What have we done with the bones? Have we moved the bones? Who's touched the bones?
How long have we lived here? Whom did we buy it from? When did we buy it from them? Who lived here before? Also, just to say, at no point did they clarify that this was going to be like a long conversation. I don't mean like days or weeks of investigation. I mean like a long conversation. Hey, there's a box of bones. If you want to take them, take them. I need to get back to my meeting.
Yeah, it was much more kind of like investigative.
Yeah, they're all nice. They're all very friendly, very polite. But, I mean, frankly, this is overkill.
You felt a bit interrogated.
I felt very good. I had to repeat the same thing like 10 times before I even left an official statement.
In the meantime, while all this was going on, I'd sent pictures of the bones to an archaeologist who I saw on Instagram who can identify bones. She's amazing. Thank you so much, Giselle.
Thanks.
So I'd sent her some photos to say, hi, would you mind helping us out and just letting us know what these bones might be? She'd got back to me saying, oh, by the looks of it, I need a few I could do to look at a video, but from the photos you've sent, that looks like animal bones.
Pretty straightforward animal bones.
So I'm getting all these messages from her saying, yeah, it looks like animals. And I get a call from Leon and I'm at work. So I text him saying, hi, what's up? And he's like, oh, we've got to leave the house. They're declaring it like an official crime scene and we can't stay here. And I'm like, what? So I'm there like desperately Googling hotels we can stay in. In the end, I decide just to head home from work and meet Leon. By that stage, a forensic expert has arrived to take photographs of the bones.
Yeah. And this forensic expert, it's most likely Fido or Rover.
i.e. a dog.
Yeah, exactly. That's how he phrased it. But he wasn't sure.
Yeah. So he has to send the photos to some experts, like forensic bone experts, I guess.
Yeah.
In the end, they told us we are allowed to stay in the house, which was a great relief.
And we're like, fine, fantastic. We don't have to get a hotel. We can just stay at home. But
they like talk to us and they're like, so we'll be here all night. This is a crime scene. We cannot leave this place unattended. We've got to be monitoring it at all times until it's no longer a crime scene. So we are going to have police officers staying with you 24/7 until the bone experts have replied to say they're either animal bones or they're not animal bones. So we are now out at the pub, and in our house are two police officers kind of just sitting on our sofa.
Yeah.
Just making sure the place is safe. But of all the sleepovers I expected to have in my life, 2 police officers was not one of them.
Not on my list either.
After this, we're going to head home. We're not really allowed to use the downstairs of our house, like our kitchen or our lounge.
Yeah.
The police are in there. And so we're going to go home. We'll pop our head in and say hi to them. And then we will go upstairs and spend the rest of the evening upstairs.
Yeah.
And we wait, basically, to see what the forensic lab says about the photographs of these bones. So we will update you tomorrow when we hear back from the police. And of course, we're hoping it's good news.
Yeah, of course.
Not least because we don't want to think anything awful happened in our house. And also, I don't even want to think what that would mean in terms of what the police need to do and investigations.
I mean, presumably they would lock
yeah.
down that house for a while, and we need to seek some sort of alternative accommodations for an indefinite period of time.
Cheers.
Chin chin.
Good morning.
Good morning. We've just woken up. We're upstairs in the bedroom.
Downstairs there is a police officer.
Or perhaps two now.
Or 7, for all we know.
No, I think 1 or 2. I think they've done the morning handover.
Yeah. Did you sleep well, by the way?
Actually, I slept really well.
Oh, I didn't know.
Oh.
Oh, sorry. When I fell asleep, I slept super, super well, but it took me a long time to fall asleep, and I woke up pretty early as well, because it's really odd to have people you don't know in the house.
We have been told that the photos of the bones, which are sent off to the lab for identification,
analysis.
we will probably get the details of those back
this morning.
So hopefully this morning we will have an update, we'll know what's happening, and then we can move on. It's like 24 hours in police custody, but we're not in custody because we haven't done anything wrong.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, we'll let you know.
We'll let you know what's going on.
Okay.
Bye.
Ciao. Okay, so hot off the presses, here's the latest update. After I would say approximately 24 hours of having a very friendly yet involuntary police escort, the results came back from the lab and the police confirmed they are indeed not human remains. Thank goodness, because that would have freaked us out to no end. The last thing we wanted was for this to be evidence of something tragic or nefarious. And it turns out it's seemingly neither. It's quite a relief. We've got the place back to ourselves, and that means not only have they left this box of bones in our care, but we can now return to this and the bones that are still on the ground over there. I know it probably sounds really silly, but this has been really quite stressful. I was speaking with the police officers this morning because they were here in shifts, and I was speaking to the chaps who were here last as of this morning. And they said, well, even if it's human remains that end up dating back, let's say 100 years or something, they may no longer be of investigative interest because that would predate DNA and all that stuff. But they would still need to excavate the entire area, which I assume means essentially the cops would have done quite a bit of the DIY work for us. But I'm really relieved that that's not the case, because we would have had to temporarily relocate to, I don't know, like a hotel or an Airbnb or something. So, yeah. Okay. Crisis averted.
Well, that was a few weeks ago. I'm pleased to report there have been no more discoveries in this house and no more police here.
Yeah, after a truly bizarre experience.
I guess the fact that the police kind of also weren't sure what those bones were, their forensic officer wasn't sure what those bones were, it kind of meant, how could we have been sure what those bones were? Yeah, it sort of
vindicates us having called the police.
Nobody seemed to know what they were.
Yeah.
Thank goodness they were animal bones.
Yeah, big few. If this is your first time watching Elementary Renovation, then thank you very much for stopping by. This isn't what we normally get up to on this channel. We typically renovate this place. And if you want to check out some of the stuff we've done in the past, then absolutely check out our back catalogue up there.
And if you want to join us for the next discoveries, then please subscribe.
Here's some of the cool stuff we've got in store. Oh yeah.
When you pull this back, this green thing looks very much to me like a door.
It's super exciting.
And discovering hidden doors is just the beginning. We would love to have you with us, so please join us next time. And until then,
Cheers.
Chin chin.